Hello everyone, it's Shane Kanto, your Wasteland reviewer, and I'm here to review this early screener from Kino Lorber, and this is Test Pattern, and this is from debut writer and director Shatara Michelle Ford, who tells a story of an interracial couple, a white man and a black woman. They fall in love, they're living their lives, she goes out one night with her friend, and things get tragic in terms of what happens to her. She's taken advantage of, and then the rest of the film is about these two people who are trying to hold their relationship together while this man tries to find a rape test to prove exactly what happened on this fateful night. And Ford does a great job in terms of balancing the tone of this film, because this is only an hour and 25-minute film, and you have to fall for this couple, get invested in them, experience this trauma with our main character, Renisha, and then you have to go on this journey packed full of social commentary, trying to prove what happened to her. And Ford is able to set up a warm and engaging first act that allows us to connect with these two people. You see the spark that they have, the chemistry that they have together, which actors Brittany S. Hall and Will Brill, bam, they have that chemistry, they sell it well. The two of them are fantastic throughout the film. This film is not a big budget. It has a very small budget film kind of feel to it. The beginning parts have a warmth, and Ford and her cinematographer are able to capture that. You get that. Then you get into the second part. There's tension, there's suspense, there's an intimacy in how it's shot and how it's portrayed, which makes it all the more terrible, as you don't explicitly see anything, which I think is fitting because you have Renisha not exactly knowing what happened, but you see enough to know that this scumbag, played by Drew Fuller, scumbag, who just keeps coming on to her at this bar and just keeps pressing, and you get the sense he starts chasing after her and then guiltily just dumps her off in her neighborhood. And then you have Brill playing Evan, who has this anger and this regret because he didn't want to go out with her that night. How would have things been different if he did? And he keeps thinking, you can tell Brill in the back of his mind is portraying that guilt. But he has this anger, this driving force. She feels shame, and does she really want to go through this and have this come out? And there's that conflict between them, and he is so adamant about finding out what happened. And you have this, it's powerful, it's engaging, and the emotions are real, they're raw, and the commentary is so important because how hard it is for her to find this rape kit. And all of the red tape that gets put in front of her, and all these different things, and it's frustrating. You as the audience feel all these things. From a script perspective, there are definitely moments that feel very telegraphed. You can see exactly what's coming a mile away in that second act when you have Evan being like, no, you go out with your girlfriend, and you're just like, he probably should have went out there. And then you go to the bar and she's pushing these like, oh, it's just a gummy, it's not really drugs. And just like, oh, you really shouldn't eat that. And this guy is really coming on hard. She says, I have a boyfriend. And he keeps pushing. And it's just like, you should have got away. But the thing is, it's easy for us in hindsight, but from a script perspective, it's unfortunately not very surprising what happens, because the film, the script, really telegraphs what's going to happen. And it's really unfortunate that we, as an audience, can telegraph exactly what's going to happen, which takes away a little bit of the shock story-wise. But directing-wise, Ford makes those scenes feel so powerful and shocking and just unnerving and tragic. And this film has great acting, it's well shot, it makes the most of its budget, and it's an emotional journey that's definitely worth taking. And I think Test Pattern is definitely one of those little indie films that I hope can chug along and find its audience, because this is a special little film. So go check this one out. But those are my thoughts on Test Pattern. Let me know what you think. and let's talk some movies. But thank you as always for tuning in and supporting your Wasteland reviewer.